On day 9 of working at Dairyqueen, we're going to make a cupfection, so we can start by lining the sides of our cup with marshmallow and chocolate sauce, filling about half the cup with vanilla soft serve, heating up a brownie for about 10 seconds, cutting it evenly in half and placing it on either side of our soft serve, adding some more chocolate and marshmallow sauce, some Oreos to top it off, and then we are good to go ahead and serve it. Why I love working at Dairyqueen. I love working with ice cream, no matter the season or whether it's hot or cold outside. Ice cream is a happy dessert. I love flipping blizzards and seeing the look of pure joy and shock on people's faces. I love that every shift I work is different and yet the same every time. I get to work and talk with different employees, make new blizzard combinations, decorate new cakes, and film it all for you guys. Welcome to day 3 of working at Dairyqueen. As usual, wash your hands and pop on a mask and a visor. Today we are making blizzards, specifically a small chocolate extreme. So you're going to grab your cup, fill it up halfway, add a collar, and then add your ingredients. In this case, we're going to add some cocoa fudge, brownie pieces, and chocolate chunks. Then we're going to sandwich the candy together by adding more soft serve, blend it up, and scrape the sides using our red spoon. And finally, don't forget to flip it. Okay, so we're going to call this part 1.5 of working and applying at Dairyqueen because there's a lot of questions from the last video. The minimum age to work at Dairyqueen depends on your state or province laws, but it's generally 14 to 16 years old. Yes, some Dairyqueens do have an application form, but most do not and will want a cover letter, resume, and reference list. And finally, for most part-time positions at Dairyqueen, experience is not needed. You pretty much learn everything during your first couple weeks of working. Welcome to day 4 of working at Dairyqueen. Wash your hands, pop on a visor and a mask, and we are good to go. Today we're going to make a royal blizzard. Step 1 involves grabbing a cup, filling it up with soft serve, and adding a mini collar on top. This is so all the candy stays inside. Then since we're making a royal Reese brownie, we're going to add some brownie pieces as well as Reese peanut butter cups. Now for the most important part, you're going to blend it, and when you're blending it, you want to make sure that there's a hole in the middle of the blizzard when you're done. Every single royal blizzard has a sauce in the middle. In this case, it is peanut butter, so that's why we need to make that hole in the middle. Then we're going to fold all the soft serve in the middle, and then we can flip it over. Welcome to day 2 of working at Dairyqueen. Pop on a mask and a visor and you are good to go. Today we are making sundaes, specifically a medium sundae, which you can tell by the M on the cup. Your first step is making a tight base with the soft serve, bringing it up slightly and holding it there to make your first ball, bringing it up again and holding it there for the second, and same with the third. Then you're going to turn off the machine and make your curl. We'll use strawberry for this case because it is my favorite, and you are just going to scoop it around the sides of the curl, grab your spoon, and then it's good to serve. Congrats, you've made it to day 5 of working at Dairyqueen. Today we're going to make a milkshake, so grab your cup and fill milk up to the blue line on the cup. It depends on what size you have, but in this case, since it's a small, we're going to add 1 scoop of pineapple. Then you're going to pop on a dome lid and fill soft serve up to the top of the cup, not the lid. When you go to blend, make sure it's between 30 and 40. You don't want to blend at 100. Push the cup to the bottom of the spindle and blend it all around. Then you can add the whipped cream. Now, what are our thoughts on pineapple milkshakes? The pros and cons of working at Dairyqueen. First up, we have the pros, which are pretty much endless. I honestly love my job. You get to work with ice cream, meet amazing people, create your own blizzard combinations, and sometimes get a free cake on your birthday depending on the store. The cons of working at DQ are pretty limited. The first one is very general with any job. In the beginning or when it's busy, it can be stressful, but practice makes perfect, and then that feeling will completely wash away. Secondly, after every shift, you'll most likely be covered in icing or ice cream.
My thoughts at work part 1. This spatula is the worst thing OMG. Don't burn yourself. Beep beep. Ready. Smells so good. I just realized the brownie has a hole. Lol. E. Proof that our machines do not work perfectly every time. More, please. More. Okay, I could have added more. Sorry. Now I'm hungry.
Welcome to your first day of working at Dairy Queen. The first thing you're going to do is clock in, put on a visor and a mask, and thoroughly wash your hands. Now the first and hardest thing you'll learn to do is a cone, so we'll start with a small one. You're going to fill the base of your cone with soft serve before making your first ball into your second ball, and then you're going to turn off the soft serve machine and make your DQ signature curl. When dipping the cone, you're going to give it a quick stir, and then you're going to use a rainbow arc motion to dip the cone in the cone coating, let it drip and dry, and there you have it.
I work at Dairyqueen. Everyone loves to order blizzards. It's always the same 10 flavors, but there's hundreds on the secret menu.
I've never wanted to post a video like this because I had hopes it would never happen, but it did. The other day, someone placed an order and they wanted it to be filmed for TikTok. The whole order seemed sketchy because it sounded like a kid was ordering and they said they were visiting Canada from the US. Regardless, I still had to film myself making and decorating the cake, but when the day came when they were supposed to pick it up, they never showed. The thing is, I never post a cake video until the cake's been picked up and paid for. So you essentially wasted my time, our product, and my family's money. And that's a pretty cruel thing to do considering the year that we've had. So I'm begging you guys to only order if you can pay and pick it up.
Oh, thank you. Okay, wait.
Does my boss know about this account? Okay, I've been kind of scared to answer this question because they don't. I don't know how they haven't figured it out yet, but they've never brought it up to me, so I don't think they know. I'm sure half of you already know this, but that was a complete joke. My family actually owns the store that I work at, which makes my parents my bosses. Which means they obviously know about the account. In the beginning, they were unsure about TikTok, but now they honestly love the account. Have you ever had a customer that lets you custom their cake, but they end up hating it? So the majority of cakes that I do are customized. The customer usually gives me an idea and I work with it. For example, the cake right here, all they wanted was a crime scene cake, and that was all I was told. So I drew on some caution tape, some footprints, and the outline of a dead body. But to answer the original question, I have had no one tell me that they hated the cake that I decorated. I thought more people knew about this, which is why I've never talked about it in a video, but now that I've received a bunch of comments from people saying I'm lying in my videos or being dramatic for the sole purpose of views, I guess I'll talk about it. I live in Canada, a place where the Creator Fund does not exist, so regardless of how many views I get, whether it's 1 million or 10 million, I get no money off of it. And I'm honestly okay with it because I never get stressed over views, and the sole purpose of any video that I post is to make people happy. Why does everyone think that I'm blonde? I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, but every time I post a video of myself, people are always so shocked to find out that I'm a brunette. Another assumption that I always hear is about my height. Whenever I meet someone in person, they always thought that I was going to be shorter, but I'm actually around 5'7". And the most surprising assumption was around my age. I'm 17, a senior in high school, but a lot of people thought that I was in my late 20s or even 30 years old. A couple years ago, my family and I moved, but since then, we've still kept in touch with the people who bought our house and still see them from time to time. A couple days ago, they went into the store to order this cake, and so this is how I made it. I lined the sides of the cake with vanilla soft serve as well as the bottom layer. In the middle, they wanted our cookie crunch and fudge as well as some caramel sauce, so I added that before putting it back in the freezer to freeze for a little bit. Then I went ahead and made 2 large blizzards because that's what fits in the top of a sheet cake, and they wanted an Oreo flavor. After smoothing it out in the top layer of the cake, I went ahead and put it back in the blast before using a hairdryer to release the cake and then pulling off the ring. After using a metal comb to scrape the sides, I added our chocolate drizzle and then a line of icing on the bottom and then 2 lines on top. Because the cake is so big, I usually do that so it looks better. I pulled the camera a little bit closer, added Oreo, chocolate sauce, and then some more caramel. Thanks for ordering a cake with us, guys, and happy birthday.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, there's been times where people have come to pick up their cakes and they're not done for whatever reason. So when they think I'm in the back grabbing it out of the freezer, I'm really doing this.
A while ago, someone asked me what the weirdest thing I've ever had to write on a cake was, and up until a couple days ago when I took this order, I seriously didn't have an answer. 99% of the time, people stick with happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy Father's Day, or happy Mother's Day. But these customers really stepped up their game, and I am here for it. They ordered a Smarties log cake with regular decorating, and on it they wanted me to write, "Congrats on beating teen." A couple days ago, I had a lady come in wanting to order a cake for her son who wasn't the biggest fan of chocolate. So I'm not either, so we brainstormed some ideas before deciding on a strawberry and raspberry cake. So we lined the sides with vanilla soft serve as well as the bottom. Then for the middle layer, we added some strawberries and raspberries instead of our normal cookie crunch and fudge. This is an 8-inch round cake, so for the top it calls for one large blizzard. So we made that with some strawberries and raspberries. And then we used a long metal spatula to smooth it all out. After being in the blast for a little bit, we could use our hair dryer to release the sides and then comb the edges with our metal scraper. Then I added some strawberry drizzle and then some vanilla icing on the bottom of the cake and then the top. Then I added some more strawberry sauce and then added some frozen raspberries as well. The customer wanted some cursive writing, which I'm not the best at, so I had Mara do it. And that's the finishing look. We put it in some packaging and it was ready to go.
I've been struggling on this journey to find a place that fits me. It's like I've been crossing over worlds, but you know this world won't take me. I'm just trying to build a home, but this home's so flaky. I'm building up a legacy. I asked the wizard, can I make a wish please? I'm asking him, yo, is this my calling? And why do these creepy ghosts keep haunting? Where's the stone so I put my sword in? If life is Pokemon, that's what I'm all in. With my hat on my sleeve with cautious round my neck, yeah, these diamonds enormous. Join the clubs just to feel important. I dig my own grave, my own spade torch. Grinding ever so viciously. Place